Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is concluding the attack, and we are going to discuss some mating patterns which happen at the end of the attack. So let's get started with this position. It's black to play. Let us see what's happening in the position. We can see black is way more active than white. Why? Because the queen and rook are already aiming at the weak g2 square. Bishop eyes f3 and h3. Knight is jumping to h3. Whereas white's queen and rook c are not that attacking because of the own white pawn on d4. The b file is closed, black's g file is open. So black gets chance to conclude the attack. Black has actually 5 attackers also. 2 bishops, knight, queen and the rook. We know that already. The assault ratio, this is what we call attacker is to defender, is very high. Barely 2 defenders, f1 and the h4 bishop. So black starts with the move nf3 check. Let's see what is the pattern all about. It's not like our other general mating patterns. We will see a typical end happening. Let's see what. Knight f3 check. If knight is not taken, just h4 or e1. Both can be taken. We should take h4. G takes f3. Bishop f3 check. Many feel that it's game over instantly, but white has the move bishop g3, which requires some discussion. And see what is happening. There are 2 attacks on g3 square. And it looks like the attack is going to halt for a moment. But black doesn't give any chance because see the bishop on d4 is pinning the f2 pawn. So 2 attacks on g3 and only 1 support, that is the h2 pawn. Black must consider the move qg3 check. Let's go to that position. Knight f3 check, g takes f3, bishop f3, only move g3. And here black should consider the move qg3, but what will be the end over there? Let's see. After qg3, hg, rook g3 check, bg2 just allows rook g2 check when f2 will be taken, or if king moves to h1 then rook h8 would mate. So qg3, hg, rg3 and see bg2, rook g2, king f1 loses very quickly to rook f2, kg1, rook g8 and it's a mate. And king h1 directly mates after rook h8. But the point is the move king h2. This position one has to imagine and find the move properly. So here many people struggle to find the move. Thus from this position we need to find the move after the move kh2. And there we see that many people try to move this rook away. But as soon as we move the rook away, we are giving him the chance to go with the move bishop h3 perhaps. And that is where the blacks move. See, bishop f2 protects the rook, threatens rook h8 mate, and see there is hardly any defense. Only move bh3 perhaps, and then we see the mating pattern: 2 bishops plus rook. See, rook h3 check, kh3 and rook h8. How these 2 bishops are operating from the side this time. So queen takes g3, h takes g3, rook takes g3 check, king h2, and the winning move bishop f2. This acts as our pattern here. Only way would be rook e8 to prolong the game when sacrificing everything is possible. Rook e8, queen c2, rook h8, queen h7, rh7. In the game, white went bh3. Here also black could play rook h8, but black finished the game with rook h3, kh3 and rook h8 checkmate. So these end points are very important patterns. And of course the idea related to nf3 check, which we should try to register as a pattern. Let's look at the second position. This is a very interesting one, and in fact black has more than one way of winning. 2 or 3 ways exist. Let's have look at various interesting patterns. To solve this position, see, first question that should come to our mind: why black should be winning? The reason being, just look at the 4 attackers which are present. Bishop eyes the whole diagonal, rook can be transferred instantly, queen eyes the square h2 and knight can jump to g4. Through this position we can see how to use the candidate moves also. I will make a separate video on that soon. How to use our candidate moves, how to shuffle them. So here black identifies that the weakness is the square h2 and he instantly goes on with the move rook h5. Well, now hardly white has anything, because if he plays g3, firstly f3 hangs, and maybe even stronger is the move qg3, threatening both bf3 and qf3. So h3 forced, and here black has two ways actually to win, and it's very interesting. Students have suggested me here three candidate moves. One, see bf3, other rook h3, and third there is the very interesting ng4. Note the point, the square h2 is still weak, and why not go ng4, because fg will open this bishop's diagonal. First let us venture into the move rook h3, which looks like a forced line. Let's calculate a bit. Rook h3 almost forced gh3, then comes bf3 check, forcing kg1, qg3 check, and this line is indeed fun. We can see king f1 forced, and here black has to find the very strong queen h3 check. And now see, the white king is in trouble. The first pattern appears here. If king moves to f2, then knight g4 mates, and after king g1, let's see what happens. So rook takes h3, g takes h3, bishop f3, kg1, qg3, king f1, queen h3 check. The first pattern. After kf2, see knight g4. The second one, even more see fantastic. Here when you would do queen h1, kf2 and g4, kg3 force the king out, or do queen h1, kf2, qg2, ke3, knight d5, which also wins. But see the very strong ng4. All the squares, important ones, are blocked, and see qh1 is a forced mate. Okay, this is one pattern, and let's see what black played in the game. See, black player must have considered these moves, and he changed the order of moves. Instead of using the move ng4 later, he considered this first. See, the main point I think is after rook h3, additional line is the move kg1, which should win after qh2. But you can see that after knight g4, this is more precise. Hardly there is anything. See, nothing is going in white's way. g3 is simply not possible. Just qg3 would win. So see, fg only move to stop mate on h2. After we just see the moves. Rook h3 check, kg1, and see another pattern. Queen h2 check. King has to move to f1. Then queen h1 check, pulling the king out to f2 or e2, and see qg2. The end positions are very important. We should try to remember them, and this remembering will happen when we see at least 4 or 5 positions of same pattern. Queen h1 check, kf2 or ke2, qg2, checkmate. This is what happened in the game actually. Currently I am taking positions of different pattern. Maybe in future I will try to combine positions of same pattern. I hope you will find this lesson useful and instructive. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.